And welcome back to the MANvFAT Wales YouTube channel. See, my voice changes as well when I do it, because I'm right, we've got to say the YouTube channel thing. But I am today joined by Mr. Doody, Richard Doody, who I asked you last week, I think, do you forget that you've got a first name when everyone I've ever seen you call you Doody? And I imagine there is a life outside of
being
Doody.
Family, work, yeah.
No one calls you Doody at home.
Most of my friends call me Doody, yeah, but no one at home calls me Doody, so it's Richard or Rich.
Rich Doody. Thank you very much for joining me.
No problem.
He of not Olympic, must say, Fat and Furious.
Fat and Furious, yes.
This is a good name for a
fantastic name, yeah. Good team.
What do you think of the kit?
No, it's one of them at the moment. It's growing on me, if I'm honest. I think the colour, I like yellow and green. It's just the mixture of brown in there. The boys had to design something. They come up with a couple of designs on our WhatsApp page. And yeah, this was the best one, if I'm honest. So
I mean, when I read the colours, I thought, there's no way this is going to be good. But it looks so, because I thought it was going to be really bad, the final product has been really good.
Yeah, it's better than what I was expecting, yeah. It's the brown, I think. I like the yellow and green.
Yeah, I agree, it's cool.
But they've mixed the brown in well as well, I must admit.
Nice one. So we go through the same sort of questions with everybody. So I want to ask you the same ones, and then we'll just sort of riff off of that.
No probs.
Tell me, what was it that brought you along to MANvFAT in the first place?
I got back into playing football very loosely, and I just wanted some more exercise, put on a bit of weight. I've been a lorry driver nearly 20 years. So
lorry driver?
Yeah. So working hard with that, playing football, and then not playing football for a few years. I put on the pounds. I could feel it when I was having kickabouts, etc. So I just wanted to get a bit fitter. And Scanlon had been saying to me about it for a long time, if I'm honest. It took me a little. I was promising I'd turn up and just never did. And then just one Friday, out the blue,
just decided to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I haven't looked back since, if I'm honest. So.
And so you talk about like getting back into football, wanting to get a bit fitter. What was there a particular goal that you're striving for at the moment? Something you got in mind?
At the moment, no, just get as fit as I possibly can. I knew I was gonna at 40. We were looking to start our football club. Was looking to start a vets football team, an over 40s team. So I wanted to get fitter for that as well.
Of course.
And like I say, this was a perfect catapult for me to start getting fit. Watch what I was eating. I didn't realise how strong it was going to be until I actually started doing it.
Strong as in?
As watching what I'm eating.
Right.
Actually focusing on looking after myself a bit better.
Okay, so it's worked?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'm losing weight. I find I like the competitive side of that as well, as silly as that sounds.
Yeah, no, it's a great element.
Yeah. When you want to grab that chocolate bar or you want that packet of crisps, sometimes you think twice about it. Not always. But sometimes, yeah, definitely.
You've been on a team with Chambo as well, so that's an added layer of threat.
yeah, I suppose.
You mentioned looking to get back into football, and when I heard that, it's difficult for me to believe that you getting back into football, because you haven't really ever left the setup of football, right? You've always been
no. I
always been involved.
No, I did leave the setup. So I had problems with my family life, as in my daughter. I split up with my ex-partner, and I ended up on my daughter most weekends.
Right.
So with that, it was one of them. Football had to take a sideward step, really. Yeah. So yeah, there was a good 5-6 year period, if I'm honest, in that time where I hardly ever played.
But during that time, you remained involved with the football club?
No.
Oh, so completely away?
No. I'd turn up, watch the boys occasionally, and turn up and just help out if I could, but nothing. No, I didn't really. And I say that it was probably 4 or 5 years where I didn't bother at all. So,
wow, okay.
Yeah.
And we're into, so for those that don't know, I think everyone pretty knows you as Doody from Corries, but Doody is Doody from Corries. Third season as the chairman.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that. Like that sounds like quite glamorous before you learn about it.
Yeah.
And I've learned a little bit about it, and I imagine that there's lots of admin, lots of text messages. What's that like?
Luckily, it's not a lot of admin because I've got a great team. We've got a committee. When I first got asked to do it, it was one of them where I think we had a committee of 12, 13. At the moment, we've got a committee of 27. I know it sounds a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, but you need everyone on board. Not only have we got to look after the football, we've got to look after the clubhouse. There's just everything. And it's grown so much. We got boys that are involved in this MANvFAT. They do a lot for our club, social media-wise. Sponsorship. There's just I could go on and on and on. It's just there's so much work. Yeah, okay.
I genuinely I'm interested, and that normally means others are interested.
Yeah, okay.
Without like ever, because like growing up, I'd never played for a club, never really had that experience, and the reason was I was just too big. I just was too embarrassed to go along and try and get involved. And then when you're an adult, that just gets harder again.
Yeah.
So without going into my sub story, let's talk about like what that's like day to day with a huge committee that you've got.
Yeah. Well, I do get the phone calls and texts most days. We've got 4 men's sides on a Saturday,
right,
and under 18s on a Sunday, along with our now over 40s. Again, although I'm the chairman of the club, we have got a kids section, which has got its own separate chairman because they got 19, 20 teams.
20 teams?
Yeah, it's around the 19, 20 teams. We've just picked up a girls team as well on top of that, under 16s, I want to say. So obviously, it's a lot of equipment, a lot of kits, a lot of just things to sort out on a daily basis. And we over the last 3 years, we've tried to do as much as we can. Whenever we've made money, we're just reinvesting in the club as quick as possible. We've refurbed all the clubhouse now, so we're having a lot more social events there. We've got a bar manager assistant. We have
they're all the committee.
No, the bar manager is. His son isn't.
Right.
But yeah, we've got 7 or 8 bar staff that we bounce between because we have so many social events now. Birthday parties, christenings. We've had the odd funeral as well, and for a week, I should say, for a funeral. Cool. But next is bar mitzvahs and weddings, I'm guessing. But
so the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of those club nights. So I went for watched the boxing there once, and we've had a couple of games. Obviously, we've been. And the community spirit there is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there a way that someone who isn't a blessed footballer or isn't particularly gifted footballer, is there a way of getting involved that isn't directly competing in one of the 4 teams that you can talk about?
Again, we train. At the moment, it's pre-season, so they train twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's open to anyone and everyone. We don't discriminate. We welcome everyone. Come and have a look. Come and have a kick about. We've tried to work a little bit with Stan in regards to MANvFAT, and Stan have said he wants to work with us to maybe try and push people that, like yourself, maybe haven't felt confident enough before to maybe get involved. So again, when I first started, I'm not sure we had 2 or 3 teams. We've pushed it out now, like I say, to 4. We have got the over 40s as well, so that's another one. If you are over 40, that could be an option. I suppose, like I say, there's even, if we did get the interest and etc., maybe we could start a Sunday team. I know MANvFAT Newport actually use our facilities, as you just spoke about then. So yeah, there's many different avenues you can get involved. The ones at the moment is turn up to training on a Tuesday, Thursday. Speak to the guys here, the likes of Chambo and Scanlon. They're here 24/7 anyway.
They are.
Or even
they sleep over there.
Yeah, well, one sleeps on the sofa, I think.
That's true. The other one's gone there.
But yeah, that'd be the easiest way to get involved if you wanted to get involved, really, with our club.
Thank you.
No problem.
I think if staying on football but sort of moving lanes, if you gave me any one of the boys out there and you asked me what football team do they support, I would be able to name it. If you said, who does Doody support? I'd probably say Corries. Do you have a team outside of small leagues?
Unfortunately, I do.
Oh, go on.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
Bad couple of years. So always like that at the beginning of the season.
Sure.
And then at end of September, I'd say we're down here then.
You could just forecast.
Yeah, that optimism has just faded away pretty quickly. So hopefully this year is different. New manager, new style of play.
No Harry
Fingers
Kane.
crossed, yeah. What's that?
No Harry Kane.
No Harry Kane, but I think one man don't make a team.
No, it's true. It's true.
I think if you have the right manager, right philosophies, they can sort of bring a team together. We've seen other teams. You could look at Brighton last season. Although they didn't win anything as such. One improvement that was, and that was
There's
by the
lots going
coach
on at
making the
Brighton.
team.
Right?
Yeah.
It always seems quite. I listened to a podcast with the CEO, I think, or the chairman, someone, and it was like the thinking and the planning that they have to do in that role. That's like so in the future. He was talking about like knowing who the current manager was going to be before the other manager.
It's thinking outside the box, really. It is thinking before anyone else and coming up with fresh ideas, and maybe sometimes just being brave enough to try these fresh ideas.
Yeah. I suppose as a Brighton, you can, right? Because no one's expecting you to.
There's no expectation.
So you can try these things, and if it comes off, fantastic.
If
it doesn't, you're Brighton.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. So
let's switch lanes back to MANvFAT then. So good experience so far, going really well for yourself.
Yeah.
Would you be able to give me a favourite moment or a really good moment, something that you can recall that was a great part of being here?
Yeah, I've got to admit that most Friday nights when you're playing the matches, there's always been good points, goals scored by the team, victories when they're close games. We've had quite a few of them. I think when I first started to now, there's been a massive difference in quality, I think. And the teams, there's a lot of competitive games there.
Welcome. So if you head out, and then before you get to the desk, turn right, and then right again, and then immediately on your left, in the little corridor. Okay?
Is that going to be edited out?
I hope not. I hope not. I'll leave that in.
Fair enough.
I'll leave that in. I can't remember what we were saying.
We were on about favourite moments.
Favourite moments, yeah.
So yeah, like I was going to say, the competitive edge is definitely grown here, and the game seemed to be. I think you said 2 weeks ago there was 3 draws out of 4.
3 draws out of 5. Yeah.
Oh, 5, yeah. So,
and there was one that one of the games was less than 1 goal difference as well. Less than 1 goal. It was 1 goal.
Which is what you want on a weekly basis. Every game.
It was a real moment for me because I've said before, like when we split the teams, that's tough.
Yeah.
When you have a list of 120 men or 100 men, and you break them into 8 teams, 10 teams, that's difficult.
Yeah.
I
can imagine.
We've got it wrong. Well, we've got it wrong, and we got it a little bit righter. But we've to see 3 draws, you just think has done a good job there.
Yeah.
I think this is the best we've done in terms of splitting the teams. And
everyone's getting fit to see, and everyone's getting better at football because they're practicing and they're just thinking more about it. Maybe it have encouraged more players, to join teams.
Yeah, well, we've seen that, and we've seen boys come in from Joe Jackson, who plays for my team now. He came from the Preston League, moved down, and he was saying that the standard is just really high here. And I've been to other leagues myself, and it is a high standard. And I do attribute that to the Corries boys that play here and the other boys that play 11-a-side teams.
Yeah.
Not from they're coming in and dragging everybody up, but you want to be able to hold your own against these players, and you don't naturally do that if you're not playing against people that are better than you.
Definitely. So you push yourself a little bit harder.
For sure. And then you can get one over of them on because you've got that skills element, which is a completely level playing field. And if anything, the bigger guys are at an advantage there because they've got more to lose.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it's a brilliant place to be able to play with players like that.
Yeah. But it also pushes you with the weight loss as well.
100%.
So you're not letting your teammates down, and it's that coming together of men, I suppose. It's people really, it's a tribal sort of experience.
It is. That's baked into us, right? It's like just to really come together and want to support each other. And there isn't another concept like it. I don't think. I've never seen anything that gets men together and allows you to compete like this, like in a football league, but with your weight loss element as well. I could talk about it forever because I just think it's so dynamic.
It's an amazing
trailblazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for your time. We'll wrap up with my final question, which always is, if you were talking to a fictional man, and I've asked this 107 times, I think, this is 107 times. You were talking to a fictional man, and he wants to do something about his weight, he wants to get a bit fitter, maybe get back into football and join the vets team.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, how am I going to do that? And he's looked at MANvFAT, but he's not quite sure. What would you say to him?
Get involved as quick as possible. Don't leave it. Just get into it as soon as you can. Don't keep promising and not doing. Get here and get involved, because as soon as you get involved, the quicker you'll enjoy it, and the quicker you'll lose weight, and the quicker you'll feel better about yourself. And it really is a fantastic place to be, and you'll meet new friends, and
Sure.
have great experiences, which is what life's about, really. So,
Doody, that was class. Thank you so much for your
no
time.
problems, mate. No problems.
Thank you.
Good luck on the pitch now.
Oh yeah. Not.